Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do my January empties, and if you watched my December empties, I said that this year I wanted to finish up 300 products, makeup, beauty, and then sometimes I throw in some random ones. You'll see a random one this time as well if there are things I really just want to talk about and I finish them and stuff like that. My goal was 365 last year and I used up 320, but I had a lot more samples than I thought, so that's why I moved it to 300, but if I could finish up more than 300, that would be awesome. This month, I believe that I have 28, if I counted correctly. There's always a blog post that goes with it, so I usually check in the blog post, but if it's not 28, I'll put it here. If it is, fabulous job for counting. So this is my box of empties. It just sits under my nightstand actually, and I just throw things in there because we have a bathroom that's attached to our room, and that's where most of these products come from anyways. So it's really easy just to throw them in there when I am finished. So anyways, yes. The first thing I'm going to talk about is my random thing, and I'm putting them in here so I throw them away because I love these shoes so much. This is what they look like from the top. They look fine. They're I got them from Goodwill, to be honest, and so I don't know where they came from. I don't know at all. I've had them for probably 4 years and I love them, but I've worn, if you can see over there, worn them out. I'll show you the backs. This is one. They don't look too bad, but the problem is when I wear them, I love them. They're so comfy. I trip because this is what the soles look like. There used to be rubber all along this, but it's just ripped. So I'll step out, we have a carpet in my classroom and I'll trip over it, and it's just not healthy for your foot to not have any padding. And so this is why I'm getting rid of them. I love them. If I could find some more of these, I would. If you know what brand that is, let me know. They're super cute. I love them because they're neutral. They have black and brown. I could wear them with anything. But they gotta go. They gotta go. Okay. The next thing is something that was in my January project pan that I finished, and I'm so excited. I didn't think I was going to put it in this empties, but I ended up filming the empties a little bit later than I thought. So, we're going with it. We're throwing it in here. This is the CoverGirl lipstick in Sweetheart. I actually did finish this February 1st, but again, I thought I'd just throw it in there. This is the color. It's a really shimmery, frosty pink. Not a huge fan. Wouldn't repurchase it. The CoverGirl lipsticks are fine, but just not that color for me. So there's that. The next thing was a scent that my sister-in-law gave me, and I use body sprays as room sprays more often than not. I'll spray it on my body as well, but since I'm going to be gone for normally 9 hours or so, body sprays don't last that long, and I don't carry them with me. So this was Victoria's Secret Mango Temptation. It's supposed to smell like mango and hibiscus. I can see both of them. It's a fragrance mist. I liked it a lot, but like I said, I'm more of a perfume person because they last a little bit longer. And then I just want to get regular room sprays, but this smelled really awesome, and I was happy to have finished that. Something that I got in my December Birchbox was the Coola Classic Sunscreen in Cucumber. I think it had SPF 30. I wasn't outside too much, so that didn't matter. I really liked it. It was a little bit too thin for the nighttime and thick for the morning, if that makes sense. I like having a thicker one for the nighttime, so it just sits in my face and really moisturizes it. And then I like a quick drying one, even a serum that moisturizes my face in the morning, because normally in the morning I don't have a lot of time to wait for my moisturizer to set in. So I really liked this, but it's just not something that's practical in my life for my needs, I guess. If I was going to wait a little bit to do it, I'd be fine. The next one is the Way Bee Venom Anti-Wrinkle Cream Mask. Looks like this. Never had a cream mask. And I wasn't a huge fan of it, to be honest. The first time I tried it, I put it on. I left it on for a while like a traditional mask and washed it off. Didn't notice anything. Looked up cream masks a little bit more. It says you can leave it on. And I just didn't find it super moisturizing, and it just was not for me. I got this, I believe, also in my December Birchbox. I've been really trying to use up the samples that I get in my Birchbox, just because I know that I had so many samples last year, so I'm trying to keep that number down. The next thing was from a Target beauty box I got in the summer, and it's the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Primer. It looks like this, and I am not a fan of this at all. It's more of a moisturizing primer, which was nice for the winter, but it moisturized, but it did not prime. Like, it did not help my makeup stay on longer, looking good. I felt like it almost broke up my makeup, because my next empty was my Neutrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup. And so I'd been using it with this solely because I use one thing until it's gone. And I noticed it was breaking up. This is not an old foundation in the slightest. And so I was a little confused on why it was breaking up, because I've heard so many great things about this. So when this was finished, I ended up using a Smashbox Photo Finish one, and it helped this stay on a lot better. I could definitely tell a difference, this primer and my Smashbox one, that it helped stay on a long time, and after like 4 or 5 hours it didn't like start breaking up. This still broke up, and this is an empty, and I'm not going to repurchase it because there's so many other foundations I want to try and that I've heard are much better. Sorry, my camera ran out of memory. So long story short, would not repurchase this or this foundation together. It was terrible. And I noticed with another foundation that I used up that this wasn't helping at all. And yeah, wouldn't repurchase that. The next thing is a body butter, and it is the Body Shop Vanilla Body Butter. Yep, both of them are vanilla. One was for dry skin area and one was for normal skin. And it just looked like this. I'd had it for quite a while, so I'm really happy that I was able to use it up, because it was starting to not smell right. You know, it was starting to turn. You could definitely tell. So happy I got this out. For the dry skin, I used it mainly on my feet. I would kind of mix them, but I put more of the dry skin area on my feet and then the normal skin on the rest of my body, but I would still mix them, I guess. So anyways, there's that. I would think about getting that again. I just don't have a Body Shop anywhere near me, so the Bath & Body Works ones are really great. The triple moisture, they kind of are like not as thick as a body butter, and my skin doesn't always need the thickness of a body butter, so I'll probably just get those. And I did if you watched my January favorites / purchases. Go check it out, because I bought quite a few. The next thing is the Equate regular nail polish remover. It looks like this. Love this. All you do is you put your finger in here and just kind of twist it around, and it takes off the nail polish. And this is, I think, like $2 or something. I got one from Target that I'm using right now, and I just find that these work so much better than putting nail polish remover on a cotton pad or a cotton round or anything like that. And they're probably a little bit more expensive, but for me, they take off the nail polish quicker. Glitter nail polish is never an issue, because you can rub, they have a sponge in here, and you can rub your finger on it, and it's rough, so it will get that nail polish right off, and glitter's not a huge deal. Anyways, the next thing was the Live Color Fully Kate Spade perfume sample that I got in my Birchbox. I believe my December one again. Like I said, guys, I'm really trying to work through my Birchbox items and just my items in general, I guess. But You might notice more Birchbox items just because I get them. I try them out for a solid month. And if it's a perfume sample or that moisturizer, it doesn't take a whole month to use up. So anyways, there's that. So this is a fragrance sample. And it says the fragrance notes shift from delightful water lilies to citrus to a gently seductive musk. And I really like this scent. This might be one that I purchase in the future. I have a few other perfumes and body sprays that I just want to get through before I purchase another perfume, but probably maybe this summer or in the fall time I'll be purchasing a perfume, and this is definitely one that I'll be looking at. The next perfume sample I have is from my mom, and you will see that I have a cat that likes to eat paper. So it's the Dolce & Gabbana perfume, and you can see my cat. The perfume wasn't in here, but my cat got to it. And this was a more heavy scent. This one was a light, airy, young scent, I guess. And this reminded me of a more heavy scent. And it's very floral. Says fresh floral. And yes, my cat, I told you, gets crazy. So, this was nice, but I'm not into that right now. Maybe I will by the time I purchase a perfume. But I tend to get perfumes as well. Either my mom or my dad or my husband all like to get me perfumes. They used to, and then I had too many, and now they haven't got me some in forever. So who knows? Life's weird. So anyways, the next two things I finished up were from Paula's Choice, and I actually won a giveaway from Paula. Well, it was through someone on YouTube called Meg Fisher, or Meg Fish. Pretty sure her name's Megan Fisher, but I think her YouTube name is Megfish8 maybe. But on her Instagram, I follow her Instagram, and she was doing a Paula's Choice giveaway, and you just said you entered the giveaway, I guess, and then she picked me, and you got to pick certain samples or whatever. So I ended up getting two of these, and this is the Resist C15 Super Booster with 15% vitamin C, also has vitamin E and ferulic acid. And you're just supposed to put in a little bit on your face. Most of this was used up in December, and I could definitely tell a difference when I was using this. The smell got a little weird, so I don't know, because I think I got them in October maybe, so the smell got a little weird, so I don't know if they're just that sensitive, or maybe where I was keeping them wasn't working, but these did so well for my skin. It might be something that I repurchase or look into just having vitamin C drops on my skin, because it made such a difference, and my skin looked so much better, less discoloration. My skin had so much less discoloration. It looked like maybe a BB cream or something was on my skin versus not a foundation. You could definitely tell there's still some issues, but these made my skin look so much better, and when I was consistently using them, for sure. The next thing is the Liz Earle, and I believe this is a mousseline cloth. I believe that's what it's called. I got one of their cleansers and a cloth in my Birchbox a while ago, and my sister-in-law gets Birchbox, and I believe the same time she gave me this scent this summer, she gave me the face wash and this cloth, because I told her I liked it. And I used this cloth once, as you can definitely tell. Used it, and I just wasn't a huge fan. I just use little washcloths, honestly. I have specific ones that are white, and so I can wash them, and even if get bleach on them or whatever the products have issues with, it doesn't mess up my normal ones. So anyways, I just getting rid of this because it was just taking up space. So I used it once, wasn't my favorite, because I know you can wash those, but it wasn't my favorite, and I was like, I'm not going to deal with that, so I'm not dealing with it. The next thing is the C.O. Bigelow Organic Strawberry and Cream Moisturizing Lip Shine. I've had this for such a long time. This was in my January project pan, and I finished it. I'm so excited because this was not moisturizing anymore. Again, it was something that was really old, and I think that's why it still smelled fine and it didn't irritate my lips, but it just wasn't moisturizing. And so I used it as a lip gloss and stuff. So that's gone, and I don't think I'd repurchase it just because I like different applicators better. The next thing is something my husband gave me. I guess he did give me perfume, kind of, but these are more like body sprays. The Clinique Happy in Bloom scent. And again, a very florally, but like a light happy floral. Like a light scent, and I really, really liked it. It didn't last too long, I didn't think. I think it's supposed to be a perfume, but it didn't seem to last too long. If I was going to get the full size, I would definitely need to take it with me if I wanted to smell like that again, because it is such a very, very light scent. And since it was a smaller bottle, I never tried like just dousing myself in it just to see, but I have 2 other, this came in a set with 3 lip glosses and 3 of these little samples. He got me it for Christmas. And so I might try it with one of the other ones if it's a light scent like this one, to see if just, you know, putting a lot on just makes it stay on longer. So anyways, there's that. The next thing is something that I use after I take off my nail polish. I haven't used one yet. I just took off my nail polish, so excuse my nails. I apologize. And I got this in my Birchbox a while ago, and I just decided to use it just as like a nail cream and hand cream after I take off my nail polish, because since I use this, more than just like my fingernail gets in this stuff. So I usually put a moisturizer on my hand and nail. And this is the Kodaly hand and nail cream. So it just looks like this. It was the perfect size to kind of sit on my nail polish rack, and I just kind of used it. I tried to use it every time. Sometimes I'd forget, or sometimes I'd be using another lotion that I'd just use instead. So there's that. It really seemed to help in just moisturizing my nails after I took it off, and then just waiting a little bit really helped my nails be good. I mean, right now they look a little crazy because I haven't done that. So anyways, the next two things are eyeliner, and this is the L'Oreal Telescopic Eyeliner, and it looks like this. It was used to not be so frayed. I don't think it has much pigmentation left. It was just a liquid eyeliner, and I really, really liked it. So this dried up, and I might repurchase it. I want to try some other eyeliners because eyeliners take me forever to use up. So I tried to pull out this e.l.f. cream eyeliner to try, and this is what it looks like now. All the moisture is gone, and it's just this like glob, this like rock of pigment. So I'm not even going to bother with it because I wasn't sure how gel eyeliner was anyways, and since this is e.l.f., it can't be more than probably $5 or $6, so I'm not going to even try and revive it, to be honest. And so yeah, because if I was gonna like this, I was gonna need to get a brush for it because I don't have any brushes for cream eyeliner. So if I purchase a cream eyeliner, I'll have to get a brush to go with it anyway. So both of those are done. The next thing is a mascara, and I'm really bad with mascaras. If you watch my empties, you know there's hardly ever any mascara in them. And that's only because I use a mascara until it hurts my eyes, I guess, but not normally doesn't happen. Or it dries out. And my mascara, I mean, I use a mascara every single day because I have blonde eyelashes. And even if it's just a light coat, so I open that thing all the time, and this lasted for probably a year, and it didn't hurt my eyes. Like, it was still working fine, so I continue to use it, and it's a Benefit Bad Gal Lash. So Just a disclaimer, I guess, for me, I do continue to use mascara until it dries out, or, you know, maybe it smells funny or whatever, but I don't know if it's where I store my mascaras or what, but these babies hang on forever, because I've had ones that have been opened and I might have used once or twice for like years, and they're still like kicking. It's crazy. The next thing is something that I am getting rid of because it hurt my eyes. And it's a Benefit, same company, Stay Don't Stray. And I've had this for a very long time. I don't know where I got this, to be honest. And it's a eye primer. There's still a decent amount left, but I've just been working on other eye primers, and so this kind of got hidden. And so this was my only eye primer left because I've worked through them all. And so anyways, I went to use it and it hurt my eye. Or my eye was hurt, and I was like, huh. So I didn't use it the next day. My eye didn't hurt. Because I usually only use eye primer if I have something to do after school, because my Maybelline color tattoo helps my eyeshadow stay on for so long that unless I know I'm doing something after work, I don't normally put on primer because I don't need to. So anyways, then I used it and it hurt again. And I was like, maybe that's what's hurting my eye, because I wasn't sure. So I was trying different things, and I realized this is what's hurting my eyes and make my eyes water. And so that's going away. The next thing is the Make Face Gloss, and I believe I got this in my November Birchbox. It's supposed to refresh, brighten tired, dull skin. I like this stuff except for the gloss part of it. It's a really sticky gloss that you just kind of put on your finger and then slap on your face, so it makes your face look so shiny, so sticky. And so you have to use it at night, and you can't, like, I sometimes will lay on my side if my nose is a little bit stuffed up. Just, it helps me when I wake up. And so I couldn't lay on my side if I have this on, because it would like stick to my pillow. So you have to have time where you're not doing anything. Like, I put it on the morning, like a Saturday morning, because I wasn't going to go anywhere for quite a while, and just let it soak in that way. So you have to have enough time to soak in, even with the littlest amount. The next thing is a nail polish. I'm trying to use up all of my julep nail polishes. I'm going to do a makeup collection and inventory on my nail polish this year. But this was the nail polish, one of my julep nail polishes that I tried, and this is in Fina. A lot of the julep nail polishes that I've tried have been really gloopy and gloppy. Even the first time I used them, because I used it the first time, like within the month I got it, because I love this color, and it was gloopy and gloppy. So I went ahead, just put it back, you know, didn't want to get rid of anything, and I tried it last month in January, and it was gloopy and gloppy, and it didn't set right, and it didn't want to ever dry, and it just was so much work. And I was like, I have so many other nail polishes that this is not gonna, I'm not gonna feel bad about throwing it away, but I'm not gonna give it to anyone because it's so gloopy and gloppy. You can just see how messy it is. Like, anyways, not a huge fan. I have some that I like. The last 5 items are all brushes, and I've been trying to go through my brushes because I used to just keep using the same brush. It didn't matter. Even if it was shedding on me. So I decided that's not happening this year. And I have a lot of brushes I don't use, so we're going to go through some of my brushes. And if I find one that's gloopy, we're going to get another one. So the first one is this eyeshadow brush, dual-ended. I don't know where it's from, but this side was so hard. I don't know if you can see the eyeshadow coming off. I didn't clean them. These were so hard and not soft anymore that it hurt my eyelid to put it on. So I was like, that's going away. This next one is just a sponge, and I just, you know, it's old, so I need to get another one and not just keep that one. The next 3 are all maybe highlighter or bronzer brushes. And all 3 of them shed. I've had this one for such a long time and I knew it shed, but I just kind of put it back. My mom gave it to me probably over 10 years ago, so it needed to go. And then these two I believe I got like with other makeup, and they're just cheap brushes. So I used both of these for bronzers, but this was shedding, and then I tried this once and it shed, and neither of them have companies on them. So yeah, those were my January empties. Like I said, I had 28. I'm hoping each month you'll see at least 2 lip products. That's kind of my goal for 2016, is at least 2 lip products a month. And so I've been using more than 2 a month. And I've been trying to put them in my monthly project pans. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Come back on Thursday to see my Pan That Palette update, because I'm real excited because I'm panning this palette. Super exciting times. So anyways, I'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. Bye.